You can have the best cleaning system in the world, but if your brain is constantly still spinning with 1,000 things you should be doing on top of all the cleaning, you'll never feel fully caught up enough to actually follow through. So before you start resetting your home, we need to reset your to-do list. And this is what we're talking about today. And this is something I see with busy moms all the time. Welcome to the Balance It Method podcast. If you're a working mom juggling a career, kids, housework, a social life, and endless piles of laundry, then you are in the right place, my friend. I'm Tamara, a mom, business owner, and your balanced living bestie. Each week, we will discuss simple, practical ways to better manage your time and energy so you can get things checked off that to-do list without burning yourself out in the process. If you're ready to take off that busy badge of honor and finally take control over life's chaos, then let's take this journey together as we learn how to balance it. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Balance It Method podcast. I'm your host, Tamara, and if this is your first time tuning into the show, welcome, my friend. This is the place where us moms who are working, or maybe we're not working, or maybe we're sometimes working, but we're still working anyway because momming is a job, and we come together on this podcast and we talk about ways that we can manage all of the moving parts in our days and get stuff done without burning ourselves out in the process. And wherever you are in the world listening, I hope that the sun is shining as brightly on you right now as it is on me. And it feels so good after such a long, cold, and terrible winter here in Ontario. And if you're not in Ontario, maybe you've had nice weather wherever you are. Anyway, I hope the sun is shining and it's getting us all feeling like spring cleaning needs to get started, right? Like we start to open the windows and let the fresh air in, and we want to just scrub everything in our houses to make them clean again and get the stale air out and get rid of the things that we don't need anymore and get ready for the next season. Now, here in Ontario, I don't like to actually do my spring cleaning until May because it just isn't fully spring here until May hits. So maybe you're somewhere else in the world that you're actually in spring right now. Maybe you've got, leaves starting to grow on the trees, which lucky you. We had snow this week. So we are still, at that edge of the turn of season. And so I always put my spring cleaning off until May. And because of that, this year, my spring reset challenge that I do every spring with all of you is going to be happening in May. And I wanted to talk a little bit about it here and let you know what that's going to be all about. So it's going to be a 6-day challenge. There's going to be a short video series that you'll be able to go through that I'm going to walk you through exactly how to clean every space in your home and how to do it in 15 minutes a day. So this is incorporating my Clean for 15 that I swear by for every household that's busy. And it is incorporating the systems that I use inside of my cleaning business so that I can make sure that every room that I go into is thoroughly cleaned and that I can have the time to do that in my schedule. And so I do have a free guide that's linked up below. And if you download that free guide, you'll be actually on the wait list to receive the information when the free challenge drops, which again, it will be a short video series that you can go through each area of your home and see exactly how to clean it properly and how to get it done in 15 minutes. But before we start scrubbing the walls in our homes, what we need to do first is get ready for that. And I know that so many of you, the problem with getting the housework done is that you have so much other things on your plate as well. You have to think about dinner every day. You have to think about lunches for your kids and maybe for yourself too, if you are somebody that takes a lunch to work. You also have to think about schedules for your kids' activities. You have a lot going on, and all of it is kind of trapped in your brain, and you are just relying on your own memory constantly to be able to hold everything together. And let me tell you, as somebody who has tried to do that before, it doesn't work very well. There's always going to be things that slip through the cracks, and then you're like, why can't I ever remember what I'm supposed to be doing? Why do I always feel so far behind? And so what we're going to talk about today is how we can get prepared to start organizing our lives so that we can have the space in our schedules to incorporate a cleaning system, to incorporate all of the other systems that we might be wanting to create, to manage all of those moving pieces, to manage all the repetitive tasks in our week. And most of us have been given some really bad advice and told that you just need to write a to-do list, and that to-do list, you just start checking things off and go through. But really, a to-do list is an extra pile of mental clutter. Oftentimes, our to-do list is like reminders, half-finished ideas, things we've been avoiding, things we feel guilty about not doing. And for some of us, we like to write things on there that we've actually already done so that we can cross them off, because that feels good to actually cross something off. It makes you feel like you're going to be motivated to keep going, right? And when your brain is holding all of those to-dos at once, even something simple like, oh, there's an extra email to respond to or something like that can feel overwhelming. So we're going to walk through a simple exercise to help you declutter your to-do list so that you'll be really ready when this challenge kicks off to be able to incorporate what I'm going to teach you about cleaning your home. So the first thing that I want you to do here is to grab your current to-do list. You know you got one, whether that's on your phone or it's actual like a piece of paper. Now, I want you to look at this list and ask yourself one little question. Can this item on my list be done in 2 minutes or less? If the answer is yes, I want you to do that task. Okay? So if the task is like send a quick email, do that. If the task is take out the garbage, do that. If the task is going to take you 2 minutes to do or less, then just do them. This is going to feel so good and get you so motivated because you're going to check so many little things off your list. These tiny little tasks sit on our lists for weeks sometimes, but they actually take no time to finish, and we just like put them off and put them off and put them off. And so just taking the time to cross those off your list really quickly is going to clear some of your mental clutter like right away. Okay, once you've cleared the quick tasks out of the way, go back through your list, and this time you're looking for things that you need to do within the next 48 hours. Not something that you can put off until next week, not something that needs to be done before another thing happens at the end of the week. Nothing like that. These are things that need to be done within the next 48 hours. Now, this is going to do something really interesting. A lot of the time when you do this, you're going to actually realize that most of the things on your to-do list are not really urgent. You're getting overwhelmed by the things that are written on there that you don't get to, but that aren't really that urgent to get to in the first place. And this is going to be important information for us to use later in this process. So once you've identified all of the tasks that are on your list that actually absolutely have to get done in the next 48 hours, you can start to take those items to your planner. Now, you might have a physical paper planner, you might use your Google Calendar, whatever method you prefer, it does not matter. You need to take those items and schedule them in to your planner, to your schedule, like an appointment you're making with yourself to do them. So if you're using your Google Calendar, you can schedule them in and book, like, we're doing this at 2 o'clock. Give yourself a reminder 15 minutes before. so that you can make sure that you actually remember to do the thing at the time you're supposed to do it. This is the difference between a to-do list and a plan, right? A to-do list just reminds you of everything that needs to be done, which is everything all the time. And a plan actually tells you when it's going to happen. Now, if there are things that you need to get done in the next 48 hours that you can't fit into your plan, well, then you know that you need to make a plan for that, right? You need to either outsource somebody else to do that task, or you need to cancel or change your day around so that you can fit that task in. Now, so for the rest of the tasks that aren't urgent, that don't need to be done within the next 48 hours, here's what we're going to do with those. We're going to look at that list, and you're going to decide, maybe with a different color highlighter or whatever, circle or identify those tasks that need to get done repetitively but aren't necessarily urgent tasks. So maybe you have cleaning tasks on that list. Maybe you have grocery shopping on your list. Maybe you have like laundry on your list. Those are tasks that need to be done repetitively. Like, you have to buy food probably every week. You probably have to do laundry every week. At least every week, if you're lucky. At least once a week, I should say. You probably have to do dishes every day, right? So those tasks that are repetitive in nature but aren't necessarily urgent, those are the tasks that you need to focus on when creating systems. A great rule of thumb to have is, if it's something that you need to repeat either daily, weekly, or monthly, then you should have a system for how you get that done. And if you're looking for support in creating systems that will help you manage those parts of your life, then that is what my home management systems course is all about. But also, the Spring Reset Challenge is going to help you specifically with creating a cleaning system for your home. So the way that you, again, can sign up for this challenge is to head to the show notes and download the free guide that will teach you my zone cleaning system in there. And you will be on the list to receive the Spring Reset Challenge information once it goes live. So if you're looking to reset your home before summer begins, before that crazy busy summer season hits, then go grab the guide and get yourself on that list. Now, your homework for tonight is to do the 2-minute tasks on this list right away, as soon as you are done this episode, if you can. If not, then later when you have a chance, then you're going to circle those items that need to be done in the next 48 hours and then go and schedule them into your calendar. If you continue to do this frequently, taking the items that you need to get done and scheduling them into your planner, then you will, by the time the Spring Reset Challenge launches, your schedule will feel lighter and your brain will feel clearer, and you'll actually have the space to follow the systems that I'm going to teach you. Okay, my friend, I hope that this episode was helpful for you to get prepared mentally for spring cleaning to begin. And remember, the next few episodes of this podcast, we're going to be prepping for that spring cleaning challenge. So next week, we're going to be talking about prepping our nervous system for the changes that are going to happen in our schedule once we have systems in place. Don't forget your free guide in the show notes below, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye, guys.